Hi there, and welcome to the Adventures with Jesus Today podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Berg, and today we're going to be talking about the power of community. Come across to GodSolutionsChallenge.com and join us for a free challenge that we're putting on starting on February the 21st. And if you're listening to this after that date, just come across to that website anyway, because we're continuously holding these challenges to help people to understand how to hear God. Then get his daily guidance, and as a result, live abundantly. So we have a current group that has been through one of these challenges, and it's the most beautiful thing to see people coming alive to the specific ways that they do hear God. You know, we all have these complaints sometimes, like, God, I'm asking you a question and I don't hear anything. Or God's not talking to me. I must be in a desert season. But the truth is that he's always talking. There are just different ways he does it in different seasons. Or perhaps you've been used to a certain way and he's actually speaking to you in a different way. And so it's been so amazing to validate how these people are actually hearing God and then introduce them to all the other ways that he talks too. So we had a particular gentleman who has a long family history of pastors in his lineage and all of that. But what had happened down the generations is there was so much religiosity tied up in his lineage that there were certain restrictions in his thinking about how he could hear God and how his family operated and how you were to operate as a Christian. And we've seen him just come alive as he lets go of those restrictions and embraces relationship with God, embraces how God talks to him, how he wants to walk and talk to him each day, as we've got rid of some of the lies that he's believed, as we've broken off some of the chains that their thinking has put him under, and seen him free to operate the way that Jesus has given him the ability to do. He's just coming alive, and he's amazed. I keep on getting emails from him going, this is changing my life, this is changing my life. Then we have a couple who joined us for the Mastermind level of the challenge, and they are just coming alive. It's beautiful seeing the two of them go through this together, and she has been asking the Lord for direction, what are the next steps in her career, and they've recently relocated to another city, and he's been asking the Lord, how does he hear God more clearly in his current role? And so she has got such revelation about who she is and what she's called to do, and how she gets to move forward, and he is understanding more of how he hears God, not just through his mind but through his heart as well. And it's just opening up way more levels of communication with God, way more ability to go, oh wow, Lord, there's a whole new realm of hearing you that I've never had access to before. And the two of them, we see them every now and then, and they're just thrilled at being able to go, wow, we get to do this together, and we're stepping into hearing God the way we do, stepping into hearing what he has to say about our circumstances, and now they're just going for it. So I want to encourage you that there is such an invitation. God is very clear. He says, my sheep hear my voice, and the voice of a stranger they do not follow. Yet there are so many nuances, just like there are in normal relationships of, when we talk to each other as human beings, there's eye contact, there's physical body language, there's the words that we say, there's the tone that we use, there's the way we give gifts, the way we touch each other, whether we hold somebody's hand or hug them or shake their hand. There are so many different nuances to communication, and it's exactly the same with God, because if that's how we operate as human beings, can you imagine how many more ways he wants to communicate with you? And the beauty is that it's not only universal that each of us get to hear him, but it's also specifically personal. The way he communicates with you because of your memories, the experiences the two of you have had together, what he's created you for, what your purpose is, and how that your heart interacts with him so that your purpose can be fulfilled. So there is just so much more available, and we want to invite you to come on this 5-day challenge with us and be awakened to way more possibilities than you ever thought there were, and let that desire deep in your heart to go, Lord, I want to know how to connect deep with you. I want to know how to pray and see answers. I want to know how to partner with what you're doing on earth we get to walk through that in community with other people, and you'll be so encouraged by other people's stories and go, we've had so many ahas. We're like, oh wow, I never knew other people felt this too. I thought I was the only one. Or hearing how other people interact with God and going, wow, that's even possible? Can I learn how to do that too? So there are just so many invitations to be able to hear God, and specifically for your life that spills over into your workplace. We have so many testimonies of how God is opening up things in people's work, in their jobs, in their places of employment, and where they're with other people. It is just very, very cool. So we invite you to come along with us on the journey. So come across to GodSolutionsChallenge.com and invite others, invite your family members, invite your community, invite those who work with you. You know, we've had people come and refer and bring their friends, and they're learning in community. Like this couple that's learning together as a married couple. I've had people who work with others who bring their co-workers along too, so that they can influence and the environment together and work together at a whole new level. So this is the adventure that we are inviting you on, and that Jesus is inviting you on today. Will you accept? Hi there.